This morning for you on Daybreak, find out what's causing problems for the Greene County Highway Department as they work to an expansion project that is decades in the making.
And we'll tell you who children in the Woodland Heights neighborhood of Springfield can thank for a new and improved playground.
Thank you to this community. It has been a blessing to serve here. Thank you for allowing me to serve.
Plus a look back at the career of a Good Samaritan who has donated plenty of time to the city of Springfield. We'll have her story and more. That's all coming your way this morning on Daybreak.
Good morning and thanks for starting off your weekend with us. It's Friday, June 14th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Morano. Of course, feeling good on a Friday. Are you feeling good? Last day here before you're out and about in the area, right?
I know. You know what? I've actually been a little bit under the weather this week. I think it's just allergies, but I'm ready for a little bit of a detox. So, yeah, we're going to hit the woods, hit the road. I don't know. We're going to every little spot in the Ozarks on the girlfriend getaway. Yeah, I'm getting out of here.
Lauren, we're bringing Elisa back.
Yep.
She'll be doing that, and then of course we've got the folks from Ozarks Fox AM.
We got Cammie, we got Joy,
yeah,
and Kaylee.
And
so
Joy joined. So it'll be good. So that's all starting off next week. We've got Lauren now. We have Beth in for Elisa this morning as well, and I can't get over it. It is mid-June now, and I'm just so chilly when I leave every day this week.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
Temperatures still in the 50s this morning.
Right.
We're going to keep the chilly temperatures at least through the morning. Good news is, though, we're going to warm up very nicely today in the 70s.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it today.
A lot of people probably looking forward to that for Father's Day, too.
Yeah, Father's Day, also temperatures in the 80s, going to be nice, temperature-wise at least.
Okay, all right, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a second. Temperatures right now as you're heading out the door in the 50s. Definitely going to want to grab your jacket. We've got 59 right now in Springfield with a south and southeast wind at about 10 miles an hour. And we have a couple of clouds out there, but otherwise things are quiet. We do have some rain just to our west that I've been keeping an eye on, so you might want to grab your umbrella as you head out the door. I don't think all of these showers are going to make it to much of anywhere, really, because it's still very dry outside. Temperatures sitting at 57 in Branson, 63 out in Joplin, and in our eastern counties, temperatures in the lower 50s. We're at 53 in Rolla and 50 in West Plains. That's where clouds haven't quite made it there yet. And we've got breezy conditions out of the south and southeast that will help bring in some warmer air today than yesterday, with temperatures topping off in the upper 70s and lower 80s. Might get a couple of peaks of sunshine around some clouds, but otherwise mostly cloudy today. We've got scattered shower and storm chances to talk about with a marginal severe risk through the night tonight, and I've got your Father's Day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Beth, thank you. We'll see you then. We begin with a traffic alert this morning as a road expansion plan in Springfield in the works for decades could be facing another roadblock. South Kansas Expressway comes to a halt at Republic Road, and the Greene County Highway Department has been looking to expand that stretch of road further south to Farm Road 141. However, residents in the area have expressed concern over traffic impacts and the effect on nature, specifically over an endangered bat cave. Adam Humphrey with the Highway Department says that's something they're working to keep intact.
That's one of the components that we're addressing through the Kansas project, is to assess what impact, if any, it may have on that, and ultimately to work through a plan that allows us to implement conservation measures as we build the project.
Humphrey says construction on the $30 million project will hopefully get going by early next year.
Moving on with a story that's your right to know. A man found guilty of second-degree murder and armed criminal action by a jury back in March is due in court today for sentencing. Shane Stamm was charged along with two others in connection to a homicide in a Springfield mobile home park in February of 2018. According to a statement, Stamm, Jerry Earls, and Dustin Stacy forced their way into a home and shot and killed Kenneth Clark. Prosecutors described the case as a retaliation coming from a deal gone wrong, a drug deal gone wrong. Dustin Stacy was sentenced to a total of 30 years in prison for his role in the crime in April. Earls is due in court next week.
Daryl Thomas is also set to appear in a Greene County courtroom this morning for an arraignment. The 19-year-old was charged with unlawful use of a weapon, 2 counts of armed criminal action, and assault in the first degree in April after he fired shots into a local come-and-go, striking a woman in the ankle. According to the probable cause statement, Thomas said he was shooting at a person who had shot at him a month prior.
A new indictment has come out against a man charged in May for illegally owning firearms as a convicted felon. This alleges that Lang Lee owned unregistered items that could be used to make guns fully automatic. He was initially caught in May when authorities made a controlled delivery to his home. The package from China contained the items related to the charges. While searching Lee's home, law enforcement also found marijuana and potentially stolen farm equipment.
Some more local news for you. Kids in the Woodland Heights neighborhood will soon have some new playground equipment. That's all thanks to a $100 revitalization grant by Republic Services. The equipment will be installed at Lafayette Park in Springfield. That's northeast of Grant and Commercial. It will be ADA accessible and have extra rubber pads for safety. Habitat for Humanity says providing a safe place for kids to play is key.
And a lot of folks don't have a lot of disposable income. So you bring in a beautiful $100,000 new playground. And now it's not just a playground. It's a meeting place. It's a place to come and spend time with your family and your kids and to watch them grow and play. But it's going to have like the tube slides and a climbing wall and places for the kids to stretch their muscles and exercise. What we want to do is help make Woodland Heights and Springfield in general and around the world a better place to live.
Zone 1 Councilwoman Phyllis Ferguson says she was grateful for the donation. The park's current playground equipment will be torn down next Saturday.
A Flag Day celebration is going on at the Greene County Historic Courthouse later today. It'll get going at 10 o'clock as there will be a special presentation by members of the Sons of the American Revolution and a proclamation from the Greene County Commission. Don't forget, Flag Day is celebrated June 14th of every year.
Tonight, we'll have some more information about youth homelessness and who's at high risk for it, thanks to the community partnerships Ozarks Alliance to End Homelessness and Missouri State. The annual report will be released at a bookshop at 6:30. The event will also include people sharing their stories about youth homelessness. According to this year's report, more than 70 youth responded to the survey. 73% of those have been victims or have witnessed traumatic events while in a caregiving situation.
We move on to what's making news now. Kansas City is being recognized as a hub of agriculture thanks to the United Way. Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue announced the USDA will relocate 2 services to the KC area. The Economic Research Service and the National Institute of Food and Agriculture will both be coming to KC. Representative Vicki Hartzler spoke to our D.C. Bureau about the move and how it's positive for Missouri.
Having these agencies right there in the heartland makes sense. That's where a lot of the farmers, and Kansas City is a hub for agriculture.
This may be exciting for Missourians, but it is upsetting for employees of the facilities in Washington. They stood to a silent protest during this over there at Purdue. The agencies claim the move was politically driven and intended to disrupt climate change research. Purdue says lower living costs and moving the agencies closer to other ag-related businesses is the main reason.
In a local spotlight now, a Good Samaritan will soon see an end to her career, but she says she's not ready to give up participating in community service. President and CEO of United Way of the Ozarks, Debbie Mead, was the community service. Her community service tour lasted 35 years, rather. Her passion for helping others began in 7th grade. Mead's career took her from Korea, where she helped out the U.S. Army, to Seattle, and finally Springfield, learning valuable life lessons along her journey.
You can't always help everyone. Somebody said to me, how do you do this? Because there are so many people and you know you can't help everyone. But the fact is we can help someone. Everyone can help someone.
Meads is set to retire in August, but she still plans to volunteer here and there. Otherwise, she plans to travel with her husband and spend time with her 2 kids. Still ahead for you this morning, an interesting merge between 2 banks.
And Beth is in to let us know what to plan for weather-wise this Friday and upcoming Father's Day weekend. We're just getting started, everyone.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.